Well, hello everybody. I am streaming for the first time in a long time. We may or may not get anybody joining us, and that's okay, but I wanted to show you my favorite games of the year over last year, over the course of the next few weeks, I'm hoping, and stream as many of them as I can. So I hope folks will come and join me. And our first game that I absolutely loved in 2020 is this game, Spiritfarer. This is an indie game made by a studio called Thunder Lotus. I believe they're located in Montreal. And they have done a number of wonderful games in the past, but this is easily their new masterpiece, I would say. They had a game called Jotun, which was a kind of top-down-ish battle game with Vikings, and then they had a game called Sundered, which was a kind of roguelike platformer combat game with a kind of Lovecraftian theme and these enormous, like, crazy bosses that you would fight. The one thing that's characteristic of all Thunder Lotus games is their hand-drawn art and animation. So you can already tell just how incredible this game looks. I think it's the best-looking game of 2020, easily, because of all this fantastic hand-drawn animation. Every character just has these beautiful, expressive animations. You can do so much with the main characters, and they're all adorable and just so expressive in their animations. So this game, sort of background on the game here, essentially. What the heck is going on? I'm on a boat, if you can't tell right now. I'm on a boat. I'm near an island, which we'll go visit the island in a minute. But I am Stella. And Stella, at the beginning of the game, is made the new ferryman of the dead. Doesn't look like a game that's about death, but that's entirely what this game is about, is death. So I am the ferryman of the dead, or ferrywoman in this case. And I have my companion, Dandelion, is my cat. And we are actually together the new Spiritfarer. And you notice we both have these two glowing orbs around our neck, and that's called the Everlight, I believe. And that is sort of this universal tool I can use to do all the things I need to do in the game. I use that. So let's do some stuff. On my boat, I can do a bunch of kind of farming and crafting of different kinds. So let's go into the kitchen here, where it's telling me that something I started cooking is done. And my Everlight becomes my hot pads that I use to take stuff out of the oven. And that was a weird one. I got a bunch of coal just now because you can cook a lot of food, but one of the things that you can also cook is wood in order to get coal. So that's one way to get coal. I can also get it by mining it. The other thing is I can do, well, I can farm stuff. So here's some lettuce I just grew. And let's plant something new. Let's plant some more lettuce. And then we need to water it. And when we water it, we use our Everlight as a watering can. And this is telling me it needs to be watered, so we'll water it. We'll water the guy in the middle too. These two are mystery seeds that I've planted that I found by exploring. I'm a little ways into the game at this point. And when it's morning, you can meet the spirits that I have collected, because what my job is, my primary job is not about gardening or crafting or cooking, but is about helping dead spirits to prepare to move on to the next life. And so I've got some folks here. They live in these houses. So one, it's hard to tell, is sleeping up here. That is... oh, I've forgotten her name all of a sudden. Here is Summer, is sleeping up there. You'll get to meet them all. There's a couple who are sleeping here in this generic guest house because they don't have houses of their own yet. The other crafting buildings I have are this. This is the loom. I don't know if I have any materials. Oh, I do. So I can take this linen fiber and load it into the loom. And this is how I make thread, which is a handy crafting material. And this is a little timing game. Basically, if I'm too early, I make less. Or too late, I make less thread for each of the fibers that it's consuming. But if I hit that glowing little target, then I make the maximum amount. Similarly, in here, I can turn wood into planks. And I do that by moving this saw blade up and down and trying to follow the little line on the log. So every crafting game is a little mini game, which is awesome, and almost all of them are really terrific little mini games. I can also, this is one of the mini games I don't like as much, but it's still cool that it exists. I can play music for my plants, and when I do, my cat sings along, which is awesome. So as you can probably tell, and you notice that plant is growing faster than the others. As you can probably tell, this game is very charming and on the surface very light and very pleasant. But as I say, it's actually a game about death and about learning to let go of things. Let's see what I can build. So this is the building interface. This shows the whole space that I can fill with buildings right now. I just upgraded, so I've got actually a decent amount of room. And I think the reason I just cooked some coal recently is so I could build this, the foundry, which is an enormous building that I am not going to be able to easily fit. Okay, good to know. So I'm going to have to move some stuff around. But yes, that's the next thing. Okay, foundry. So let me move my loom. And I guess I'm going to have to try moving over here. I still may not have room. Oops, no, I definitely do not want to get rid of that building. I hit the button to... Okay, you stay there. We'll go back to build. So I've already built a lot of this stuff, but I can build more gardens if I want. And fields, which are the two places where I farm. They grow different kinds of plants, but... Will this fit? Ah, yes. So I like to keep my buildings a little more organized than this, but right now I have only so much room, especially because the foundry is ginormous. So that'll work for now, I'd say. And it's morning. Let's come down here and ring the bell. And wake up our spirits and say hello to our spirits. So down here, I'm going to have to remember all these characters' names. And now, this is Atul. And Atul, he's sort of a handyman. Here's the really interesting and thing that really surprised me in this game, is that the spirits, they all look like different kinds of anthropomorphic animals. And when you first meet them, we'll see this probably a little bit later. When you first meet them, they look like these generic spirits that you find on the islands. And you find them on the islands, and they are these guys in just these hoods. But they join you on your boat, and then they turn into these different animals. But they're actually also people that Stella, the main character, knows from their past. And Atul, actually, the person, is Stella's uncle. So... here's one thing, Atul, so you can feed people. They all have favorite foods and stuff. Atul likes everything. So I can give him basically whatever I have the most of. And he says, I just love food. Keep it coming. Can't get enough of it. And now you'll notice that apple used to have a bite out of it, which meant he was a little bit hungry, and now he's no longer hungry. I can give him a hug. You can hug everybody in this game. And as you notice, he says, wasn't that great, favorite niece of mine? So... he's my uncle. They don't explain why he looks like a frog and I look like a person. It's really implied that there's another world, or that the real world is a separate world from this one. And in fact, Atul, I think the idea, all these spirits are basically dead, but not yet moved on. And so I'm now in the realm where they live before they move on, and I have to convince them and help them move on. I can check his mood, and he moves up and down this scale, and this list tells me things that have been good or bad for his mood. And when his mood gets high, you notice this little mood perk thing here says he'll give me some little benefits. So most characters will give me different crafting materials and stuff like that periodically. Okay. So she... Why can't I remember her name? I will in a minute. She likes coffee. However, I might have given her coffee recently. Oh, no, she likes it. Okay, good. So I know this is one of her favorite things is coffee, because she was nice and told me. I've had, I can't tell you how many cups of coffee in my life, but this is one of the best. Thank you very, very much, Stella. And she's one of my best, we were best friends in whatever, in the real world. I can also talk to her. I've got some fiber I bought. I was going to use it to weave some thread for you later, but if you want, I can give it to you now. Do you want it? Yes, why not? So I can get fiber from her periodically when her mood is high, which it is. Gwen. Gwen is her name. And you notice her favorite food is black coffee. I've learned she likes anything that's a comfort food. That's a category of food. And fine dining. And she dislikes fruit and I think vegetables also. But I haven't actually technically discovered that yet. Does she want a hug? Fantastic animations. Okay. Let's go meet our other friends. Oh, somebody. All right. So, do you feel that heat, Munchkin? Do you smell these fragrances of molten metals and heavy machinery? This is where magic happens. We're going to make some beautiful things in here. So this will be my tutorial on the forge. And this is Astrid. And Astrid... I just had her join me. I don't really know too much. I don't really know too much about her yet. I haven't learned. But welcome, Raw Smackdown. It's been a while. No wonder you forgot who the heck is this person that I'm following. Let's see. She's hungry. She likes plain food. So, except I already gave her some fish. I don't mean to sound picky, but would you have anything else on hand? Sure. Do I have anything that is a plain food? No. But I'll just give her some strawberries. Those are easy to get more of. Her eating animation is he's eating a sandwich. So we're going to go into the forge. And hopefully she'll follow me. So what you do in the forge is you make metal from ores. And so I have some copper ore, so I'm going to put a couple copper ore in here. She's probably going to try to teach me here. Oh my. Stella, this is the first class founder you've got here. Even I myself couldn't have done better. Simply stunning. Let me run you through the basics. This is a complex machine, and you have to be careful around it. First, you have to load ore into the furnace. I just did that. Then you have to throw coal in the burner to power it. The machine will then reach its working temperature. Then whatever ore you've deposited in the furnace will be smelted into ingots. The bellows on each side of the furnace will make the heat go up. Each metal will behave differently, but once the right temperature is reached, the fusion starts. You'll have to make sure the temperature remains at the right level. Blah, 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 blah. I'll show you what this means. Okay, I've loaded some ore in there already, and now I go to the... I've got to put some fuel in as well. So we'll put some coal in. That'll last for a little while. And then I use these bellows. And when I push them, the temperature goes up. And there's these two brackets, might be a little hard to see. And Astrid is in my way, keeping me from doing this easily. There, while it's in between those two brackets, then the temperature's good, and I'm making progress. And you see that little thermometer in the middle going up is telling me how close I am to completing. Now I just went too high. And if it stays too high for too long, then the whole thing resets and I have to start over. So I've got to let the temperature go down a bit before I pump it back up. But after enough time, boom, I just made 2 copper ingots. Hooray. Oh, Stella, how I wish all the metal workers I've met were as gifted as you are. You look so small and weak, but you danced around the smelter like a veteran forge maester. I'm so proud of you. This is a splendid machine, and I'm sure you'll put to good use. I'll even indulge myself and use it from time to time if you're okay with that. Okay. That was Forge tutorial. Oh my gosh. I have a little mailbox here, so occasionally I get letters. A letter from Olga. The front reads, to Astrid. So, message for Astrid. Oh, and Olga is a giant turtle that I meet in the ocean, which we'll probably get a chance to see in a little bit. Astrid, while the two of us caught up on the latest gossip, I forgot to give you something. I found this while flipping the magazines, and it made me think of you. It definitely fits your style and panache. Also, I heard a rumor your husband could be in Iwashima countryside. Oh. So, that's going to be a little bit of backstory for Astrid. It might be worth checking out. I'll keep asking around, just in case. And now Astrid knows that something is up. A letter, you say? From Olga? This is so nice of her. Olga had news about Giovanni's whereabouts. That's her husband. Iwashima countryside, you say? Oh. Okay. We should probably go take a look. I've gotten the impression from earlier talking with her that she may not be on best terms with her husband. And what? An inspiration for a house? For me? How thoughtful. Can't deny it. Olga knows me so well. Yes, indeed, I would be very happy to have such a nice den to live in. Okay, so now I've got the recipe for making a den for Astrid. It's always pleasant to know someone is thinking about you. I mean, you could have thought about this yourself, of course. But don't worry, I know you're very busy, Munchkin. Being the Spiritfarer and all. It's okay, I won't begrudge you. And I know you'll build this nice cabinet board as soon as you can. You're so resourceful after all. Thanks a lot, Stella. I can't wait. Oh, now she has something else to say. Oh, and this... Okay, so Iwashima countryside happens to be the place that I'm already at, the island I'm at. So we'll go there and see if we learn anything about Giovanni. Let's look and see what it takes to make Astrid's house. It's called Astrid's Bungalow. It takes a bunch of slate and a bunch of linen fabric. I don't have any of those things. I have linen thread, but I can't make fabric yet. Wait, I'm trying to remember how I make fabric. We'll find out. Let's go water our plants, and then we'll actually head out onto the island and check things out. Oh, and this is a mystery plant, which means I'm going to get weird stuff out of it. I get a bunch of glass bottles and a ring and an empty shell. So, and I've got one more odd seed that I can plant, so I may as well plant that. So those are just seeds I can find from completing different quests, and they give me like a totally random assortment of objects. These are coffee beans, so we'll cut down some coffee. I can use to make coffee in the kitchen. And let's see, am I already growing? No, I'm not growing any corn, so we'll grow... Oops, need to water it though. So one of the cool things about this game, the reason I have the little cat companion, is that this can be a two-player cooperative game, which is pretty cool. All right. Oh, and Astrid's going to come with us to check out the island. And I'm sorry to say that my webcam view is blocking the tremendous animation of Dandelion playing with her little glowy ball down in the right corner. That's the loading animation. Okay, so on islands, one of the things I can do is just collect resources. That thing at the top of this pole is a little container, like a chest is kind of how it acts. It has some random stuff in it. I can also cut down trees, which again we use our Everlight to make a saw. I love how the cat floats and sort of dangles there as they go back and forth. And that's how I get new logs. Okay, and Astrid's here. Olga said in a letter that Giovanni could have been around. Knowing him as I do, I have my doubts. He wouldn't linger in a place like this. But who knows? Maybe if you ask around, we might find a clue or two. I'll leave you to it. I don't want to go too far. The humidity here is killing me. Go. I trust you will find interesting stuff. Now let's see. Can I get up here? Yeah. Which might let me get... No, I can't get to there. This is also a platformer. There's a number of platforming challenges and stuff like that, and you unlock new abilities as you go. I hope you guys, by the way, are hearing the music, not too loud, so that you can hear me, but I hope you're catching some of the music because I think the music is just as fantastic as the art is. These are the generic spirits you find in different places, so everyone looks like this, of different sized people. There's like a tall one and a fat one, as you can see there, but who? I don't remember his name. That knight didn't call for names, if you know what I mean. I do remember his legs, though. Oh, brother. Wait, he has a wife? He didn't say anything about it. He did say that he was going to Furugawa. Well, if you ever meet up with him, tell him that Eileen misses him. So I asked about Giovanni, and there's a spirit here who seems to have had some kind of tryst with Giovanni. So maybe we know why Astrid doesn't like Giovanni so much. I could spit off tall buildings forever, on the off chance that I might hit someone right in the head. I seem to never run out of spit. This small bridge isn't very high up, and nobody ever swims down there. Still, it is pretty satisfying to spit. I'm fully equipped. I've got my mouth. I've got my bottle of water. I'm ready, and I've got the spirit to do it for years. Random conversations is what you get out of a lot of these encounters from these spirits. Pretty random stuff. Atul is here. I'll be picking up some wood, hoping to do some work on these later. Okay. So I can cut down some more trees. So Atul tends to show up on islands where there's wood. Oh, his mood just went down. Let's see if we can find out why. Probably because he's hungry. I don't know that I have to feed people quite as often as I do, but I like to keep them. Happy. Berry bushes. I can get strawberries over here. Cut down some more oak trees. And these are mining nodes, so I like the mining minigame a lot. You hold down the button and your pickaxe kind of charges up. And if you let it charge up more, then you'll make quicker work of the mining node. But if you wait too long, it kind of breaks and you don't get to swing it and it slows you down. So you want to be as efficient as possible. You got to get good at timing. Okay, and that's the last of the stuff on the island. Got a bunch of copper, that's not bad. And we'll go see what Astrid has to say about what we just found out about Giovanni. Bummer. He was here, you say, and he met someone? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Okay, maybe I do, but just a tiny bit. Only where he went. Furugawa, you say. I think I know where that is. I've heard it's a lovely place. Well, at least that's what the brochures say. I've always loved these colorful flyers. They make you travel without leaving your seat. All right, Munchkin, let's check it out. So now Furugawa is going to be added to our map. We can also find these places by exploring, which is how I got here in the first place. Okay, it is now. You'll notice that up in the top right is my little time, my little clock, basically, and it's telling me that everyone's asleep. And this is also the time when the ship can't go anywhere. It powers down at night, and then I can take it places during the day. So we're kind of stuck here for a moment, which that's okay. There's always things to do. Let's see. Ravi Smackdown, you're asking me, is the cat available from the start? I've seen little bits of this game, but I don't remember seeing the cat. Yeah, the cat actually is there from the very beginning. So it's always it's always there as a playable character and as a companion from the outset. So everyone's sleeping. The other thing we can do while people... So we can go to bed, and then we'll wake up in the day. Yeah, maybe you just missed... you didn't notice that it was following you around, following the main character around. It's possible. Hard to miss, though. They're awfully cute. You'll probably notice them. They, like, play with their little bauble periodically. So this is the fishing mini game. If I'm holding the button down, it reels in, and if I'm reeling when the fishing rod goes red, then it'll break and I lose the fish. Pretty typical fishing game, but I think it works pretty well. Oh, whatever this is, it's quick. Random bottle. Sometimes you fish trash. So I don't know how close I am to daytime. I might be able to tell by looking where the moon is in the sky. A ceramic bowl. I'm finding all kinds of random things that aren't fish. Water our plants. So there's always a lot to do, which is one of the things I really admire about the game. What's interesting is that, it very much wants to be a cozy game, right? Which is sort of the kind of a catchphrase, I think, in indie games these days, is cozy games. And this is very much a cozy game. But it's interesting that it might just be my mentality, but I've seen other people talk about this, that there's so much to do, and characters asking for food, and plants that need to be watered, and stuff like 10 things to craft, and all of that it actually can, if you get in that mindset of you have to be always making progress all the time, then it actually can feel like there's a lot of pressure, and there's just so much to do. But then if you kind of break out of that, you'll realize, oh wait, I don't have to do any of this stuff right now. I could just take my time. There's barely anything that's time sensitive in the game. And so there's really never any rush. So if you're feeling stressed playing this, it's sort of your own fault. Okay, so let's see. Sawmill, garden, kitchen loom. I built all that stuff, all my productive buildings. Houses, I've built all of them except Astrid's, which I don't have a source for slate or linen fabric yet. Can't build any decorations. You can improve stuff. What do I need to improve? I can improve the kitchen, but I need a bunch of linen fabric for that too. All right. Nothing to build then right now. I can make some more. Make some more thread here. I promise we'll get to exploring and get into the story here in just a little bit. But I'm hoping to pass the night getting other stuff done. Sometimes on the boat, on the side of the boat, you'll find little crustaceans and stuff like that sticking to the side of the boat. So you can clean them off, and they become things you can sometimes cook with. I just got a common mussel. Sometimes they're just empty shells, which I think you can make into which I think are basically crafting materials. I might be out of seeds for my garden. All right, I got to get more seeds. Oh, how much longer do I want to wait? Let's sleep. Which is adorable because Dandelion lays down in bed with you, and you guys snuggle until morning. Alright, let's go somewhere. We could pursue Astrid's little plot line and go look. But what I'll probably just do is go to some of the closer islands. Let's see where Furugawa is. That this up here? Nope. Oh, Villa. Oh, that's Gwen's plotline. This is Furugawa, I bet. Yep. Let's actually do that. Let's do Gwen's plotline. Villa Maggiore. She told me a little while ago, before the last time I played, that there was. This is her old sort of childhood home. So it's weird. Again, the sort of overlap between the real world and this sort of spirit world is very flexible in how the way the game portrays it. I'm gonna head that direction, but I'm gonna stop at this Gurenu Fields on the way. And you also notice there's another icon on the map. This little green guy right here, Francis the Wandering Merchant. So I'll also run into him on the way. Is everyone still sleeping? The answer is yes. Atul sleeps in a big tank, which makes sense, I guess, for a frog. Astrid is sleeping in here. Oh, in here. Boop. When I jump off the ship, it'll automatically stop. It's your lucky day. How lucky you must be. I've got a new errand just for you. Fresh off the presses. Have a look-see. Okay, so I can buy and sell stuff here. Let's see what there is to sell. I'm keeping the old shoes. I'm actually going to be able to use those later. This other stuff in this tchotchke category can be sold, so that just gives me some money. I don't think I want to sell anything else that I've got. We'll hang on to all of it. What does he have to buy? This is where I've been getting the odd seeds. I could just... May as well get more odd seeds. Bottles are good to have, so I'm going to buy basically all of them. Oops, and I accidentally bought too much. Sell that back. And then I've got some quests here, which earn me some money and some gems. I want to keep... So this one I can fulfill. Bright Jelly and Lightning in a Bottle. You'll see how I collect those in a little bit. I can't fulfill any of the other ones. I know where I can fish for a soul, but not a sockeye salmon. Iron, copper, and coal to get a treasure map. Okay, that's something I should be aiming to get done. But I'm not going to fulfill that other errand because I actually want those resources for other things. Off we go. We're going to head to the next island. Have we met Summer yet? Oh, she's still sleeping. Let's wake everybody up. Which is what this bell is for. So if they have a tendency to sleep in, I can get them up by doing that. Water my mystery seeds. Plant another mystery seed that I just got. And I can harvest these coffee beans. Oh no, those aren't coffee beans. Oh, this is tea. I haven't grown that yet before. Here comes Summer. So Summer is a snake in a robe, which is pretty cool. She doesn't really have arms, but it's just like a little curl of her body that sticks out the arms of her cloak. And she's sort of a Zen character, but she also kind of seems to have this kind of traumatic past. She talks about meeting a dragon. How about a little snack still? I'm feeling quite hungry. Sure. We know Stella likes desserts, and she won't eat anything that's not vegan. I don't have any other desserts right now. I can make some stuff that with these fruit, but I'll give her some fruit. Give her a hug. Okay. Well, a snack would be great right about now. Sure thing. Gwen likes popcorn because she loves comfort food. Whoops. All right. Did I forget? Oh, she's going to tell me we should head to Villa Maggiore, which is exactly what we're doing after we go to this island. Oh, I've already been here. But let's see if there's stuff to harvest here. There was a tour of the rice fields here before. My guess is, yeah, okay. I've already harvested the wood and stuff from here, so we can head out. There's different regions on the map, and I'm sort of in the kind of Japanese themed area, so you'll notice the style of like the mountains and the trees is a very Japanese style to it. So we're gonna head to Villa Maggiore. Did I just see that I have mail? Furugawa Tours. Brochure for the island of Furugawa. You're so pretty, Munchkin. You remind me so much of how I used to be when I was younger. I used to wear a red ribbon in my hair just like in the magazines. The boys always noticed me, you know. I could have had Tony, the barber's son. He was quite rich and had a red convertible. Or even Al, the ski champion. Oh, Al, he had the nicest butt. But Giovanni. Ah, Giovanni. Whatever I did, whatever happened, he always made me smile. His eyes looked like shooting stars. His hair smelled like morning dew. But enough of this. Daydreaming will get us nowhere. Let's do something productive. Aren't your crops in need of water? So there's, again, this interesting thing where the characters will refer to the real world and will refer to, like, relationships we had in the real world. And, in fact, a really interesting backstory to the game is that, as I understand it, all the characters, all these spirits, actually reflect some of the developers' real friends and family. So, specifically people who died. So they took inspiration from people who died in their real life, and they patterned these characters off of those people, but they gave them these animal forms. Did you forget about that kitchen? It really needs to be improved. Yes, I know, but I don't have the material to improve it. Oh. So that's the bus stop. If I stopped there, that's basically fast travel. So the bus stop, there's a seal who can magically teleport me to another bus stop location somewhere else on the map if I need to move faster. He's also got the only bad piece of music in the whole game. It's that obnoxious horn playing music. Oh, I'm about to arrive. If you notice at the top left is the little marker that shows me when I'm close to my destination. And here we are. Here we are. It's curious. I'm both excited and anxious. I'm even starting to have second thoughts, as if... Never mind. Let's go. So periodically, as you help the various spirits, you'll get a glimpse into their backstories. Learn about the things that are kind of holding them up and keeping them from passing on to the next life. I'll go through there later. Just going to explore. That place is locked. Alright. I kind of remember this. Here's the big mansion. It's kind of a puzzle. How long has it been since we've been here together, Stella? Again, Gwen and Stella were friends in their past life. Seems Jerry has been taking good care of the premises. He's always been the best gardener we've ever had with us. Mum has not been home much since Father died. Shit, I'm much more emotional than I thought I ever could be. I love this house so much. As much as I hated it, probably. Look, I don't think I can go in there, even with you. It's just... No, I can't. Go without me, I'll wait for you here. Here's the key. Oh, and Stella, if you stumble upon my old music box, would you bring it back to me? Thanks a lot. Remember, this house has always been a real labyrinth. If you're lost, you have to follow the light. Good luck in there. I'll wait for you outside. Okay, so like I said, a little puzzle. So there's walls that will block me from going different directions, so I've always got to kind of figure out the actual right way out of each area. This way, and then up. And up so I can come out here and talk to this guy. Welcome, small traveler, to my humble palace. Everything I own is of the finest quality. Okay, who is this guy who thinks he lives in Gwen's home? Everything is also bolted down, so don't get any funny ideas. Have you seen my splendid silverware collection? It's an old family heirloom. I've been told it was priceless, but I'll let you in on a little insider secret. It is very pricey. Okay, I just got a blueprint for a loom upgrade, and I found the music box. Does this guy have anything more to say? Everything that light touches is mine. And also everything the light doesn't touch. Yeah, everything's mine. Okay, so whoever this guy is, he's sort of taken over Gwen's old house. Which maybe makes sense since she hasn't been here for a while, and it doesn't seem like her family has either. Can I get up to the top there? I think I can't. I think I need other abilities to get... Wait. But yeah, none of the... Oh wait, these are... I can stand on these roofs. But yeah, I don't think I can get all the way up there. There is also... Let's explore a couple more things before we talk to Gwen. Still can't get in there. Anything out here in the water? Doesn't look like it. One of the best animations in the game is the way Dandelion will never go in the water and swim because she's a cat. So she stands on her little Everlight orb and rolls around on the water. These little gold things are places where I can dive to find usually just some random items. In this case, an old coin collection. Okay, that's actually like a quest item or something. Or maybe it's just something I can sell. Then there was this door here that I wanted to check out before we go. I think it lets me come all the way to the other side. And is there any point to that? Oh yes, there's a little chest here. Oh nice, some seeds, linen seeds. And an old painting, which is just a sellable item. Found the box? Could you give it to me? Alright, so there's a separate command to give. The music box. Old and dusty music box. Thank you. I'll hold on to it. Oh, you found something else? Wow, I forgot we even had that. It's an old manual for a Golden Royale. Remember they had one as first prize in the town's yearly tombola? I dreamt of having this machine since 2nd grade. Oh, she works the loom, so she's talking about the upgrade to the loom. But Father would never let me participate in the lottery. This manual will come in handy. We can use it as an upgrade for your loom. Yeah, let's get back to the boat and forget this place ever existed. Whoop. Conveniently, we don't actually need to wait for Gwen to get back to the boat, so we can just take off, and she'll be back on the boat when we get there. Stella, Nah, never mind. Nostalgia is not my forte. Slightly happy the villa is still in good condition. Or is it? Okay, let's change the subject. You must have noticed the Improve tab on your blueprint table. Through there, you can add decorative elements to the spirit houses and the stations. It's time to upgrade this loom of yours. Once you've got the required resources, go for it. It's the only way to craft fabric from thread. Okay, right. I do that in the loom. Let's see what it takes. Oops, no, I need to go to Improve. Loom. I need some maple planks, which aren't hard to get, but I don't have very many right now. But I've got the thread and the bright jelly that I need, so handy. Let's see, it's not... Well, we have a little bit of time. Let's go and collect some jellyfish, which is what this area is. There's a few of them around the map. It's its own little mini game. And while we're on our way there, we may run out of daylight or traveling time before we get there, but what did I just get? Empty shells and a ring and a bottle. Okay. Random stuff. These are the only seeds I have for the garden, so I'm planting more odd seeds. And now the ship just shut down. Oh, but we made it to the jellyfish area. Here they come again. Hugh, I don't feel great. I have no idea who Hugh is. Go, I still have faith in you. I'll watch from inside. Don't be scared, Stella. They'll be coming straight for us. She's actually frightened of jellyfish, but she's the one who explained to me what they are. So there's going to be jellyfish flying towards my boat in these big rows. And they're not actually threatening. I have to catch them And when I do, that gets me some money. And if I catch the green ones, I get some of a special resource, the glowing jelly, that is useful for crafting. It's very fun when you get a big pack of them. The effects on these sequences are really great. There's so many great visual effects. So I just try to catch as many as I can. Tells me when the ones with the green jelly are coming. There's some that I just can't even reach because they're so high, but later on in the game when I've built up my boat more, with more buildings, it actually becomes quite tall and I can catch just about all of them. So it's kind of interesting, these challenges where you're on your boat and trying to catch different things, and there's a few other similar challenges like capturing lightning. They're kind of cool because the way you build your ship, the way where you place all your different buildings determines kind of how easy it is to navigate around and catch your jellyfish or whatever. So there's some kind of strategies to building well. I don't know if I can double jump up to that guy. Yes. Whoop. The main thing I use money for, well, there's shops and stuff around. I usually buy seeds and things like that at the shops. There's also the place where I go to upgrade my boat, which maybe I'll stop by soon. Okay, that's over. But let's get to bed so we can start traveling and make some more progress here. Alright, where are we heading? Let's see. So these are islands I've already visited. I can't go past this blue line until I upgrade my ship. That might actually be a thing I want to do. Or I'll want to come back down here. What's it pointing me towards? Mines. I can't go there yet. Or I can come back down here to some of these new islands. Where's the... Oh, and here's the giant, here's Olga, the giant turtle I was telling you about. What did I say? Oh, I needed maple logs. So let's head to this island where I'm pretty sure I can get some maple. Then I can upgrade my loom, and there are a number of things I can make with fabric. So that's important. Including a house for Astrid. Harvest my corn. I should also be cooking stuff. So let's go pop something in the oven. I want to plant linen whenever possible. Oops, I always forget to water right after I plant stuff. What shall we cook? Do I have anything new to cook? Ah, tea. That's going to go quickly. Next to this oven there's a little timer, tells me how long the current thing. Cool, cup of tea. So that's a new thing I haven't made before. Do I have anything else new to cook? Black tiger shrimp. Ah. What do you get if you just throw in some mushrooms? So eventually I upgrade the kitchen and I can throw 2 ingredients in, and so then there's all these recipes that are different combinations of 2 ingredients. But I have the basic kitchen right now, and that's all. Remind myself... a slate. Slate, slate, slate. I don't know where I get that from. Oh. Atul has something to say. Why don't you fish anymore? It's really calming. You just cast the line and you wait. So relaxing. Then it's the fight of your life. You give it all your heart. What's not to love about it? I know how to fish, Atul. Come on. Alright. Let's go get some maple logs. So when you're playing co-op and you want to cut down trees, you have to coordinate your movements left and right. So I'm sawing right now by moving the analog stick back and forth. So yeah, you have to coordinate that when you're playing two-player, which is pretty cool. It's actually pretty fun to play two-player. I played a bit with my son because he was just excited he could play a cat, because all of my kids are obsessed with cats. Done it? Yeah. Okay. Alright, got a bunch of maple logs, which I can turn into maple planks. There's maple planks I need. What was that for? Now I've forgotten what I needed the maple logs for, but we'll figure it out. Oh, and what's his name? The merchant has caught up with me. Ah yes, maple planks was for the loom. Oh my gosh, everybody has to talk to me. Oh, Atul gathered some berries for me. Thank you. Oh, and she's very hungry, and she likes... Now I can give her... And she'll tell me how she likes plain food. Sorry to skip past dialogue, but this could take forever if I don't. Grilled mushrooms, cool. Let's make some more of those. Actually, no. Let's throw in some raspberries. I think that makes poached fruit. Oh, and I better start moving somewhere. Alright. Let's go. I'm going to head into this lightning area and collect some lightning in a bottle. Ah, I need to tell you about Doug. He called me the night Father died. Mum was still on the plane, and he couldn't talk to anyone else. He was polite, very articulate. We chatted for an hour or so, and he cried only twice. I think this is her brother. It didn't strike me at the time, but he was in a bar, which was odd for an accountant. He told me Father's last words were that he loved me. We never talked again. Someone wants a snack, so let's try... Here's our grilled mushrooms, yeah. Okay. Nice thing about going into rainy areas is that it waters your plants for you. I can't wait for my cabin to be ready. Yeah. Okay. And Atul is the one who talks to me about catching lightning. So here we go. So the way this works is, it gets harder as I make my boat bigger, but there'll be these spots, little glowing spots. Oops, I just missed that one. Oop. And if I can get to them before the lightning strikes, then I can collect the lightning. Great sound design work here. Not gonna get that one way up there. Can't believe I got that one. Oh, and every once in a while, the cat will get one. Nope, I'm not going to make it up in time, am I? These are just good mini games, though. I feel like they really make a lot of different use out of this space on your ship, which is kind of cool because in a way it's a little level that you've designed yourself. So I'm pretty sure you could, you know, set things up specifically to help you navigate easily to do the various mini games if you wanted to prioritize that. Collect our corn. Coffee. I think I'll just plant more of the same. I don't exactly need to water it, although watering directly does last a little longer than letting the rain go. Okay, I've got to make my maple planks, don't I? I've got a lot of logs. Let's do 10 of them. It'll take a while. So what's kind of cool is there's essentially tiers of resources, and so maple logs are more common or used for doing sort of more basic building than like oak logs. And so the maple logs are easier to cut in the sawmill here than the oak logs are, so the little pattern of movement is simpler. So these ones will be easier to cut better. And I can't remember what the third level of log is, but it's a pain in the butt to cut because it does all sorts of subtle waves. Whoop. And again, if I don't follow quite as well, then I'll get fewer planks as output. So it's sort of an efficiency game. One of the things I just love about this game, though, is how many different things there are to do and how they all have actual gameplay attached to them. It's not just like pushing a button or, watching a timer go down. It's usually some kind of very simple little mini game, which I really love. I love games that have a diverse set of mini games to play all the time. Games that are kind of like bundles of mini games. In fact, multiple times in my career, I've tried to make bundle of mini games. Not all of them have managed to get released, unfortunately. You know, when I accepted that promotion at Global, I genuinely thought I could succeed, and I almost did. If it weren't for my sickness, I could have made a difference. When I moved out of state, I had to have my piano and my sewing machine transferred. So I just stayed there after to avoid the trouble. Everywhere I went, I ran into the Macmillans. Chad always wanted me to get out with him and his friends. But I just never happened to trust them. They're douchebags. Well, I just don't use that word lightly. So you get these little snippets of characters' backstories. Oops, I always picked the wrong thing. Improve. Boom, I've improved the loom. What else can I improve? Nope. I can add things. This is Summer's little house, so if I had some oak planks or some leeks, apparently, I could improve that. Linen fabric I now can do. So I can do a bunch of these improvements. Fire glow I do not have. Now the loom is fully useful. Of course, many stations can be upgraded. You just have to find the blueprints for them and the materials, of course. Still, I believe it's time for me to teach you advanced loom techniques. Yes, it's a thing. There are a few improvements you can make to the machine itself. It depends on how you place your hands on the machine. How you arrange the threads as you load it up has a big impact too. With a few simple tricks, you'll be able to craft much more intricate items. Fabric, actually. Here, let's go take a look. We can finally craft fabric from thread. I get it, Gwen. I know how it works. So I have thread. I can pop thread in here. And the target area is going to get smaller, and the speed that the shuttle moves also gets faster as I'm working with more advanced materials. So in that way, the minigame gets harder and more challenging, and means it's harder to be efficient at it. Oops, sorry Gwen, I'll talk to you since you're going to demand I do. You're a natural. Why, I'm not surprised. You've reached a pro level now. There's nothing more I can teach you on this subject. And then she mentions that she'll use the loom every once in a while, which basically means she'll make me some materials. So that's the main benefit as you're going. Besides completing their quest lines, the main benefit of keeping people happy is that they will bring you goods every once in a while. Okay. Mount Toriyama. And along the way we're going to run into some debris in the water. So we'll pick that up. Oh, what do we do while we sail around? Let's go fish. Oh. Didn't I just plant this coffee? Did that grow quickly? Maybe that Summer came and played music. She's the one who taught me how to play music to grow plants, so she'll occasionally go and help my plants grow. Another squid. And I think I can even tell from the pattern of the... Oh, I was going to say that's another squid, but it's not. It's a bay shrimp. Each kind of category of fish sort of has its own pattern of stress on the fishing rod. A fancy vase. Let's do one more. Ah, actually, let's quit out of that. Ooh. And hop in the water and open this crate, which is another way to get a bunch of random items. Tweak some lettuce and tea seeds, very nice. And there's always a couple of little diving spots here too. Coal and limestone, iron ore. What did I pop in here? Some carrots, just more grilled veggies. I don't have a ton of stuff to cook with. Let's make some more coffee. Oh right, coffee goes quick. Let's see, is there anything decent? Is there anything worth cooking? I can turn sawdust into coal. I don't think there's any other use for it. Cook some of these mussels that I have, just to keep the oven going. Let's see, oh, and I got some lettuce, so I can plant that in my third slot here. Eventually you get a bunch of other buildings for different resources, like you can find sheep on the various islands and you can put them in little sheep pens. Oops. And gather their wool, which then you can run through the loom to make wool fabrics. You can get a cow. little chicken hutch to get eggs. Good time to collect barnacles off the ship. Is there any more? We can go to bed. When I'm playing on my own, I normally try to like maximize all this time and like do all the fishing I can and all that stuff, but that would get pretty boring to watch, I have a feeling, comparatively. So let's continue on our journey. Steamed shellfish. Let's make much more popcorn. Popcorn doesn't take long. But we're at our island, so let's go check it out. Oh, I think this is maybe one of the first, like, mining islands where I can go into the mountain and gather a bunch of ore. See? Sheep. I can't actually collect them yet. Nothing over here. Ah, so you notice this silhouette above this spirit? That means it's a spirit that can join me on my ship. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one right away. Oh, hello there, young lady. How are you doing? Oh, yes, right. Perhaps you can help me. You must have stumbled upon a fluffy sheep on the loose down there. I tried getting it back in its enclosure, but the stubborn creature wouldn't listen to me. Chance is on your side. Its weak spot is its gluttony. So it will definitely follow anyone who would feed it. Would you be a dear and give it a try? Can I open her? Nope. Oop. Where'd that sheep go? Oh, I picked the wrong direction. It's the other way. I might just have to complete this, and then she'll join me. We'll see. She's one of my favorite characters, so I'm hoping... There it is. So, now I can feed it just about anything I have. I've got a ton of... Oh, let's do a carrot. And now... Great animation. Galloping sheep. Ta-da! Goodness. Oh, what a nice sheep. It followed you all the way to its home. Always following your stomach, aren't you, little guy? My sons were just like that. Don't you think it looks lonely? Maybe that's why it left. I'm going to keep it company, don't worry. But maybe... Well, if you found another stray sheep, you could bring it back here. They could entertain each other. Well, if it's not too inconvenient for you. Oh, I'm Alice, by the way. Very nice meeting you. Okay, so I need to find another sheep. I don't remember if it's on this island or if I actually have to bring it back here. I don't think I could do that yet, so we'll find out. So the mines are full of... Oops, way too long. Mines are full of nodes to mine. Maybe one of these will be slate. Coal. One of the cool things... Oh, Astrid's usually in the mines because she's all mine resources. I'm picking up some more. She's not in a good mood. What is she like? I already gave her... Oh, how about a cup of tea? That works. I also haven't hugged her for a little while, so let's do that. Now she's in a slightly better mood. Wait, what did it say? Oh, doesn't like Atol's banging. She needs her own home, or she gets grumpy about Atol being around. One of the cool things in the mines is how these lanterns light up as you move around, and they basically tell you where you've been and where you haven't been. Clever little design. Little tidbit there. Slate. Excellent. I think I'm going to have to upgrade my ship to fit too much more in. Because I think Astrid's house is pretty big. Chest. Apple seeds. Oh. That. Apple seeds are for an orchard, which is a whole separate building that I don't even have yet. And there's just a little picnic table up here. And nothing else. Later on, I get the ability to glide. And I think I can glide from up there to someplace way off the coast. They really do a nice job. There's quite a bit of abilities that you can learn. Why do I feel like... Ah, yes. Oh, and in fact, this is another area where I have to be able to glide. I can float up these little air things eventually. But not yet. Alright, a lot of good ore and stone and stuff. Not another sheep, though. Oh, wait. Can I not? Oh, good. Little chest to collect from up here. Citrine. I actually have a mission right now. Actually, I should review my missions. Let's see. No, not that button. This button. So this is where I see all my current missions. Requests from characters. So Atol wants me to improve the kitchen. Find a second sheep and escort it back to Mount Toriyama. That's the one that's here. Build her bungalow and visit Furugawa. And then, yeah, so Summer wants me to give her 3 gemstones. And I've already given her a citrine because I found one earlier. So I've got to find some of those other ones eventually. So find another sheep. So I wonder if I can build a sheep pen now. We will find out. What's his butts here again? Okay. No, I want to build. Field, sawmill, garden, kitchen, loom, foundry. Nope, can't do the sheep pen yet. Astrid's bungalow I can build though. Oh yes, it's way too big. Alright, we're gonna have to... I mean, unless... Maybe rearranging everything I could fit this in. But let's not bother. What do I need to improve the kitchen again? Oh, linen fabric is what I needed, so I can do that. Boom. Excellent. That gives me a whole lot more I can cook now. Okay, and everyone wants to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to people right now. What we're going to do... The map always expands a little bit when I find a new... when I visit a brand new location. I'm going to head to the bus stop. And we'll hear the obnoxious bus stop music. Yeah. Okay, Atol's going to tell me thank you for getting the kitchen upgraded. And then Gwen wanted something. Something else I wanted to talk to you about. Look, I'm still really grateful to you for having allowed me to reside in such a nice cabin, but I must admit it's a bit empty. You know me, I've spent my entire life surrounded by pointless and tacky things. But in a house like this one, I believe we could do something very special. Unique, with class and coziness. What do you think? A little bit of improving might do the trick. Fabulous. I'll leave you to it, no rush. Right, there were some things I could improve in there. With some linen, I think. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Improve Gwen's house. Give her a chair and a bookcase. Wow, the house looks so much better, as if everything had been designed with my happiness in mind. The textures, the tones, the coziness, it's perfect. Look at you listening to me and building such a nice cabin for me. I won't forget this. So, now she's happy. Here's obnoxious seal guy. And I can pick another bus stop, and I'll pick the one near the shipyard. And I don't know how, but he flies in the air, and next thing I know, I'm somewhere else. Not explained. Oh, yes, I know. You want me to make your cabin. Yeah. You already told me this. Heard you the first time. Got a bunch of stuff to water, but let's get on our way to Albert's shipyard. See what I mean about so much to do? The game can really keep you busy, and like I said, it actually can start to feel stressful after a while, in a weird kind of way. But only if you let it. I got no other seeds to plant in the garden. I may have to stop somewhere just to buy some seeds. One example of how the game generally doesn't force you to like stress about time and stuff is like you can generally leave stuff in the oven for a long time after it's done cooking and nothing happens. You have to leave it a very long time before it will oh, I can start to combine stuff before it will burn, but it will eventually burn, which is a recipe technically. Alright, I'm going to try combining some things. What would that be? How about the stuff I have the most of? Some carrots. Oops. No, that's not what I wanted to do. If you stop it in the middle before it finishes cooking, you just get your stuff back. 5 carrots. And, oh, I don't have as many fish as I thought. So we'll do 2 fish and see what happens. How are you doing, Summer? You're hungry. I have poached fruit, which is one of your favorite things. Summer likes dessert. Oh, right. I am upgrading my ship. Look at these lighting effects. I don't know if you noticed the way the sun gets little beams that dynamically flash through the... That's a nice garden. Knock, knock. Who's there? Oh yeah, he tells bad jokes. Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us in and you'll find out. Ah. Okay, thank you for that. Ah, I need oak planks and then I can get orchards and a sheep corral and a windmill. Excellent. The main thing I want to do is... Do I have enough? 8,000. No, I only have 4,000. I need a bunch more money. And then I need a whole bunch of stuff to get the icebreaker, which lets me into new areas of the map that I can't access. So, wow, I am not ready to upgrade. That sort of stinks. So, a few things I can do about that. Let's head to the merchant first. What did I also say? Oak logs or oak planks. Let's cut some oak planks. So you'll see these are much more organic little patterns I have to do than the maple logs were. So it's a little harder. Subtler movements, too. Okay, oh, planks, we got it. Sell some of the junk I've got. Ah, yes, the old coin collection is just a thing to sell. Oh, that actually made me a bunch of money, though. Empty shells aren't worth much. Turnip is worth a decent amount. We'll just sell some of that. Cooked food you'd think would be worth more. Only the stuff I don't have very much of. Oh, coffee is actually worth a lot. Tea, too. This will actually get me to 8,000. That works. Of course, just in time for it to become too dark for me to actually go anywhere. Look, Stella, I'm sorry, I think I just need some space. Just a bit of time by myself. I knew going back to the villa was a bad idea. Sorry, this doesn't have anything to do with you. You've been nothing but great since you found me on that island. I just need to be alone for a little while. So now I think she's going to go to her home and stay there for a while. I got a letter. Feedorama flyer. Oh, I know what that is, I think. Yes, this is a person that's on Hummingbird, which is one of the first islands I went to. Wait, why do I feel like... What was I getting my oak planks for? Was that for improving atolls? Oh no, that was for the thing at the upgrade station, at the shipyard. Which we'll go to in the morning. Well, I'd hope to have some more character revelations. Maybe even take one of the characters to the other side, to the Everdor. We'll see if we can get there. Gwen might be ready after she spends her alone time. Until then, let's see what we managed to make. Bouillabaisse. Wonderful. How about corn and squid? Anyone think that'll work out well? So a grain and some turnips. We'll see. Sometimes you make something that's not really a recipe, and basically what you get out of it is like a disgusting dish or something like that. I still have nothing to plant here. Okay. Lots to harvest up here. Corn and linen. Or flax. Linen. And coffee beans. Okay. Coffee. Coffee. Oh, right, I have tea. Need more of that. Would be nice playing this co-op and having someone else to go around and help me with all the watering and all the chores and stuff. Okay. So I have both enough money to upgrade my boat and make it larger, which is good. Wait 1 second. I don't have a joke for the loom yet. I might have one soon. It's coming. I can feel it looming over me. Alright. Okay, new blueprints. And... oh no, did that cost money too? Ah, it cost 1,000. Ah, now I'm 1,000 short on my bigger... which I now can make new buildings, but I don't have room for them. Alright. Well, oops. We will go somewhere else and come back, I guess. Let's go to the turtle. Oh, except I also had to go to Hummingbird. Should I do that first? That's up here. No, let's go to the turtle. What's for dinner? My stomach is rumbling. I see you've got some new equipment in your kitchen. You got the tools to feed an army. I need a little pick-me-up, something that would keep me going for hours. Oh yeah, every once in a while he requests something special. And now he wants pork chops. That's what cooking is. Lying that doesn't come back to haunt you. Wise words that your great-grandma once told me. What a lady. So he just gave me the recipe for pork chops, but, you know, it kind of requires pork. Which is the thing I do not have. The music in this game always kind of reminds me of Studio Ghibli movies. Totoro and... oh, it's got planks for me. Give me an oak plank. Yay. Have I arrived? Oh, not yet. I do. Way too fancy. Fine dining is a concept I can't get behind. Okay, so... pretty cool, pretty cool. My sisters and I have been traveling the sea for ages. People of the ocean are in dire need of financial help. Did you know people have no savings? If you side with us, you're sure to earn more than your imagination can muster. We play the markets of logs and ore. Oh, so this is a weird dialogue, but it makes sense if I explain what the turtles are good for. In no time, your investment will be tripled, doubled, even tripled. Just jump on my back. Invest in our sailing enterprise. So the way the turtles work is they have these little nodes where you can put any resource and come back later, and they will grow a new source of those. So I put some coal, I think this is, and copper. This is the stuff I had at the time. You can also put logs, and it'll grow a tree, as you can come back and cut more. So I'll do whatever the rarest materials I have right now are. It'll definitely be slate. Now let's do quartz. And limestone. Let's see, is that what I want to do? Oh, iron ore. I have one iron ore. Let's do an iron ore instead. Whoops. Did that not work? That's what I want. And then I actually have less limestone, but I don't have a use for limestone. I need slate. Are you all done there? Yes. Alright, I'll see you later then. She goes back under the water. Let's watch her go. There she goes. Beautiful. And now we can head... I guess we'll head to the bus stop, because I can take the bus stop a little more quickly up to Hummingbird to meet that person with the letter, sent me the letter. I assume... oh, I was going to say I thought Gwen's door was locked. New request. I must be off. Wait, what is this? Find Gwen's whereabouts. I can't find her on the boat. Guys, Gwen's not on the boat. Gwen isn't here. Maybe she went to an island somewhere. Where, I don't know. Does she know any place in this world? Guess where. We know where. She hates it. She loves it. Where is it? Here, right? Oh, good. There's a bus station near it. Alright, I think we want to pursue the Gwen storyline here, because we might be near the end. Spoilers, sorry. Am I still cooking whatever I was cooking? Yeah. That probably is a good sign that I'm actually cooking something that's a real meal and not garbage. Past the time, let's, glass bottles. Can I turn them into glass? Just glass? I think I might be able to. Ooh, don't overheat. That's it. Copper is easy to smelt, but some of the other materials, like the range where you have to keep the heat is really narrow, and it takes a long time, which is kind of annoying, actually. Oh, I guess I'm here. I should be going to find Gwen, huh? That is just really satisfying. They got the sound and the motion of that tuned really well. It's just super satisfying doing the loom. That is telling me it's definitely Gwen. Stella. I'm sorry. Sorry I even considered doing this. Ending your days in your family house is so cliché to boot. I can't explain myself either. I just wanted to finish it off, you know? To decide on my own terms how I'd go. And not let myself be taken away. I've been weak, I'm sorry. Oh, the irony. Crap, I feel so selfish now. Sometimes I wish I could have been like you. But rarely. Aw, crap. Hug me now. Thank you so much. I needed that. You always pull through. We can sit in this chair. And then Dandelion jumps on our lap. I have a nice little library of kind of extraneous animations. Alright. I feel like I should wait for Gwen. Feels a little rude to just take off without her. Make her find her way back to the boat on her own. Oh, she's not actually going to get in the boat? I thought she would. She has something else to say. Look, this will come as a shock. But I'm ready to leave. I just can't fight it anymore. But it's okay. I know you're with me. Bring me to the Everdor where you met Charon. I'm ready, I think. Here we go. Now let's see, how far are we from the Everdor? Not terribly far. Yeah, let's not dilly-dally. Grain salad is apparently what happens when you put corn and vegetables together. Let's try corn and squid. It's obnoxious bus music, guy. Alright, no stalling. There's a bus station near the Everdoor. Yep. Well, here we go. Oh, that tells us we're near the Everdoor. So in the course of the game, you fulfill each character's different needs. You talk to them and learn a little bit about their backstory. And then they'll ask to come here to the Everdoor. And that's the end of their story. And that's kind of the whole game, is taking each of the characters through and helping them prepare themselves to cross through the Everdoor. Oh, she's actually, I thought she was going to come to the boat. Okay, here we are, I guess. I guess I had been waiting for that moment to arrive. Sooner or later. Will you accompany my friend? Me, my friend? Yes, thank you. This is kind of nice. This is sort of touching. When one character leaves, all the other characters on the boat come to see them off. Stella, look. There's something I wanted to give you. I used to hide it in my old music box. I don't know why, but it always felt to me like it was the best hiding spot. Here it is. My old lighter. I haven't thought about this old thing in a while. It barely works. I stole it off Father when I was 12. Please use it to remember me in the good times, in the bad times. They exist together, intertwined. If there's one thing you learned from me, it should be that. It's a curious thing, the storytelling in the game. That's an example where, in some ways, you don't know Gwen that well, because so much of her story is supposed to be your shared backstory. And it's weird, because they sort of reveal it by her, talking about it. But anyway, seems I couldn't escape, doesn't it? Me being here now. You know me, I've never been one to dwell on the past. Mainly because it always felt overwhelming to me. Like an irrepressible wave of resentment. But even at this very moment, I still wonder. I don't know if I ever tried to connect. I've been so sure of it. My opinion just never changed. You know what I've always said? That people come and go but don't pay attention to each other? They never really did. That lives are only ever parallel, adjacent at best? Well, that's bullshit. I can see that now. And you're the proof of it. And not just you, but Mum cared as well. In her own way. And others here, given the circumstances. I still don't know about Father. I should probably forgive him now. Find that last shred of strength left in me. Would that make me a better person? Would that make a difference? Maybe. But after all this, I don't think I care. And it doesn't matter. Because I had my best friend by my side. I had you. You are a wonderful person, Stella. My life would not have been the same without you. The light you showed me was more than a beacon. It was a guide. Only I was too blind to see it. My shades were too opaque. Okay. Let's go. I can't hold it any longer. Thank you, Stella. Thank you for bringing me here, even if you didn't want to. Thank you for kicking my butt and shaking my ego. Don't forget that I've loved you as much as I could. Goodbye, my friend. See you there. So Stella becomes a constellation. Oh yeah, and then there's these sequences. Every character, or every few characters maybe, that you bring to the Everdoor. You get these little sequences which tell you a little bit about Stella's background, I think. Honestly, they were a little obscure when I played it before. Because it's just sort of told in these still images. But see, one of the characters there looks like a baby in a little high chair or a booster seat. And she's kind of gold. I think that might be Stella when she's young. Let's see. See if we can figure it out. Okay. So if I'm Stella in the yellow, there's somebody in red and somebody in purple, purpley blue. Siblings, it appears. Hello there. Wait, can I go this way? Not yet. I wonder if there's more pieces here than when I played this. So when I originally played this game, I was playing actually in the open beta. Or, well, it was a closed beta. It was an invite-only beta. So this, I bet, given the colors, is Stella grown up hanging out with Gwen. So I bet that's what we're seeing. These sequences are Stella growing older and hanging out with her friend Gwen. Oops. And I can't jump. Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, yeah. That's where I'm supposed to be going. Giant ghost owl. We finally meet, face to face. For such a long time I've been watching you, Stella. Close, yet far. You've kept your distance, but you knew I was there. Hidden in every shadow, skulking in every silence. Since the very beginning, I have been a part of you, even as my existence was but a foreign thought. And as your loved ones surrounded you with care and affection, I waited silently. Your joy, your pride, your happiness, moments of laughter, of bliss, of friendship, gone. I know it feels just like yesterday, but the hourglass has turned, and at last you have found me. Go now, for I have not fully awoken. Resume your duties, carry on your graceful dance. We'll meet again, soon, Spiritfarer. Ominous. Oh, interesting. So I just got a achievement that said, have first encounter with Hades. So apparently the name of the giant owl is Hades, which I don't think was ever explained outside of that achievement, but okay. What did I cook? Fish curry, apparently. And now in Gwen's house, which will stay here forever, and I have to keep making room for it, everybody gives you a flower, a spirit flower at the end. And that actually is one of the things I need in order to upgrade my ship to go, in this case, to get the icebreaker that lets me into the next part of the map. So, this is definitely a good place to end. Almost 2 hours of streaming. Thank you. I assume it's still you, Raw v Smackdown, who's been watching. I'm also going to be posting this to YouTube, so folks can catch up on it there. I don't know. I kind of want to keep playing Spiritfarer a bit, so if I end up doing that, I might just stream it when I get the chance and just kind of carry on playing it. But I'll also be highlighting some other games that I really enjoyed from last year in separate streams. So I'll announce those on Twitter, and hopefully maybe pick a time a little earlier in the day when more folks can join in. But until then, I hope you all are doing well. I know it's been plenty of challenging times. You'd think that in the last 9 months, which I think was the last time I streamed anything, that that I would have had plenty of time to hop on Twitch and play some games. And I've played a bunch of games in the last 9 months, but I never quite had the energy to stream, I guess. So finally decided that showing off some of the games I really liked from last year was a good excuse. So I'm going to continue doing that. Good night, Ravi Smackdown. Thank you. And join me next time. And hope you all do well. It's great to play along with you. And we'll see you later. Bye.